All right. Welcome, everyone. It is the final day of the Redacted Conference, and I'm joined with Alan, core team at Metapool, heading off the enterprise node operation, which we're going to be diving into today, along with Oliver, who is leading the digital trust at Deutsche Telekom.
Yeah.
So very excited for this conversation and been looking forward to it because most of the people that I've had an opportunity to speak to, they're startups. And to talk with a company founded in '95 that has seen many technical cycles and been able to see technologies rise and fall and everything that goes into that, it's really cool to get your insights. And I'm really excited to dive in and learn about your interest into the blockchain space through NEAR Protocol and with Metapool. So on that, I'll turn things over to Alan and we'll go from there.
Well, I think that it's worth to explain what is happening on the Entrepreneurial Operators Program. The Entrepreneurial Operators Program is an opportunity that we created along with the NEAR Foundation for making a space for big organizations such as Deutsche Telekom and other participants that are right on the program to participate on Web3. Basically, this implies that all the companies invited to participate, they provide security to the transactions of the network through the validator set. And this allows them also to start processing the network, but they have also the compromise to bring support into the NEAR ecosystem. So this is like us as a liquid staking provider. We are like, we design the bridges to make possible that validators can be on high service and high service level. And at the same time, that we can translate what are the needs of, let's say, traditional companies that are always more involved inside of Web3 into the NEAR ecosystem. So that's what we are doing right now on this.
Awesome. And I guess there's sort of two main components to being a validator on any blockchain. For NEAR, we have the hardware, and then you have the NEAR stake. So what is that process like, leveraging these larger corporations to partner and start to build out these enterprise node networks? What is the onboarding process like? How has that been? What's that like?
Well, I think that there are two things here. First is like the business side to make like financial and operational side makes sense. That's that one thing. And this implies that probably what are you going to put on into this operation? This includes the hardware, this includes the people, this includes all the costs related to make possible your participation. And well, that's something that we work at Metapool with all the participants to make that financial viable for them to participate. But in the other side, you also have the technical challenge that are faced for participating inside of a network. And I mean, even NEAR Protocol have already a couple of years in the ecosystem, and as well as other blockchains. Us that are like OG players on the ecosystem have like the experience. We know the people, we know the communities. But when somebody else is trying to get the documentation, understand what are all the risks, how they should deploy the validator, join, if, for example, they want to use like multi-sig for taking custody of all the assets that they are using for this, have another, have other process. So we are there since the interest of these participants to get on the validator set, so we can give them provide the documentation, gives the technical guidance on how they can set up validators, but also how they can participate on the communities, because at the end, this is a community effort to keep all the validators network so they can reach the right people inside of the NEAR ecosystem. So that's like the whole process.
Incredible. And Oliver, from your side, we probably should have done this in the beginning, but just sort of an intro from your end, and also would love to just learn about the decision-making process, the strategic elements behind coming to NEAR, partnering with Metapool, and starting to adopt blockchain technology, which is still very nascent and somewhat divisive at the corporate level, I would say, outside of crypto.
As you already mentioned, so yes, I represent Deutsche Telekom here. First of all, thanks you to having me here. And I'm heading departments, we call it digital trust. So we did leads a little bit into that direction. So Web3 is the web of assets, the web of information, the web of speech before. And together with security and privacy was what I'm also supporting with my department. Web3 is kind of bringing trust for those assets.
Incredible.
So it means it makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
And, from the Deutsche Telekom point of view, we supported infrastructures for voice since decades. So even before 1995, we have been Deutsche Post. So
Incredible.
it was the landlines in Germany. Then it is Deutsche Telekom Mobile came with that, Internet came with that. So net of data, trust in data, infrastructure for data, and now it's infrastructure for assets.
Yes.
In general speaking. And that's our history. So it's a long story that we had so far. So we started in 2016 exploring the Web3. It was called Web3 that means it was just blockchain.
Yes.
So we went for that technology. So we tried some ideations. We did awareness workshops. Everyone was talking about blockchain. No one knew what to do with it.
Yep.
So we tried to go for. But yeah, in a Web2 world, blockchain technology is not the real need. So it's just a different technology.
Yes.
But that turned over the years. So now behind the blockchain technology is a real decentralized idea also of the ecosystem of business, of not only the assets, but also stories around that brings additional value to the people, to the communities, and also to companies. So having said that, we decided in 2019 to go for that infrastructure part, just because it was natural for us. We started with the Oracle on Chainlink, then we moved to some other networks. We supported Polkadot, Flow, Celo. Deutsche Telekom also invested a little in Celo. So it was kind of a long story. And now it gets faster and faster. So we are onboarding a lot of new networks. We have now 17 networks that we are supporting. So it's just a lot. And yesterday we announced also our support as a node operator for the NEAR ecosystem.
Yeah.
And we are live already. I think we are the first ones from the traditional.
It's incredible.
From the traditional enterprises that are going for. So and you ask also, what is the way we choose those networks? And it's kind of a broad set on things that we are looking for. So we are looking for good technology. We're looking for story, as I already mentioned, convince the people or the community to give something new, a good idea, a vision that is behind. Of course, there needs also be a business case behind for us, definitely. But it's more than that. And even though we as Deutsche Telekom, we have a high valuable brand, so this high valuable brand needs also to be supported by those networks. That means it's not good for us to choose a network that is somehow pretty just for making money or something like that. That's not what we are looking for. And very helpful. You mentioned already the ecosystem that is behind the community. So a vibrant community is also very, very important for us, because a vibrant community means that there is also a support and engagement for such a network.
Yes.
And that's also important for us.
Love it. And yeah, Alan, just want to again give you and Metapool your flowers for this is really exciting and really cool to see. And I have participated in staking, staking my coins on a proof of stake blockchain, but have never reached the validator level. Simply either because the blockchain requirements are too stringent, I just don't have room for more servers in my house, or the stake is too high. And for me, as just a guy, it doesn't really make sense. But I'm curious at the enterprise level, the how do the finance start looking? Is this like an economically viable strategy now, or is this something that takes some forethought and saying, okay, we see either the value of our stake rising, and the financial element isn't necessarily the leading factor right now. It's more so getting the research, planting roots where you think you see the most value, and then going from there.
I would say it's different. For me personally,
Yeah.
it is definitely a commercial issue also. So I don't run those, or we don't run those networks just for fun.
Of course.
Yeah, of course, there's also the commercial part over here. And therefore, yes, we want to also make money with our services in general. Makes sense. We are a business. On the other hand, every of those networks brings something that might be not now, but in the future be also a benefit for our customer base that we have. So just starting with the infrastructure nowadays, and when it is adoptable also for our client base, for our customer base, then we can also gonna go for that. So there have been a lot of initiatives like what is about the telecom wallet, stuff like that, discussions in the company, is that needed? We have millions of customers, everyone has an app, a Deutsche Telekom app or T-Mobile app. Better Magenta app. Sorry. I have to be correct because if someone of our brand guys sees it, Magenta app. So why not integrating a wallet as well? But it's not just to integrate the wallet. You need also something that you can propose to be a benefit for them. Just the wallet is just the wallet. There are dozens of wallets outside. So that is something we discussed over the last years and are still discussing. What can be services out of those network support? Yeah, we are just I would say the technical layer on the bottom line.
Incredible.
So what can be the add-ons, maybe from Deutsche Telekom, but also from the community that can be used by Deutsche Telekom. Right.
And Alan, I'd love to know about just the process of onboarding these enterprise clients. What are some of the biggest challenges that you've navigated along the journey there?
Well, I think that there is a curation process that we are that we have made for all of these enterprise node operators, but at the end, well, there is like this point of make it worth for all the parties, because we have like a big spectrum of people that can participate inside of the program. I mean, in validators, you can find like the community efforts, like solo people that are running by themselves. They know there are community validators. They are, let's say, a small companies that are running validators, and there are big companies running validators. Each of one. We work with all of them at Metapool. You can review the list of people that we are delegating inside of the network. This is almost 70% of the network we are delegating tokens to the validators, and all of these are on our set. But just to choose those that are on the enterprise level, there are many things that should happen. I mean, it has been, Oliver, months probably spent on talks back and forth, legals, business, operations. There are a lot of minor details when you try to participate on the enterprise level, and there is a lot of people involved because, well, here are two of us. It was Claudio yesterday at the talk that you gave here on Redacted, but
3 years ago it would have. It wouldn't have been months, but probably years. So the first network took us, I think, 12 months to get online because everyone at Deutsche Telekom was very afraid of this new tech. Many startups, so legal and treasury and everyone. Yeah, it was a hard time. So we are now really pretty fast in that.
Incredible.
From an enterprise point of view.
Yeah, I mean, we understand that, like this level, but for the people that doesn't know like anything about how big corporation works, it is months.
Crypto people operate on a very quick timeline.
Yeah, people think that this can be like a Telegram message, like, hey, create a validator and join the
Yeah.
protocol network. But for enterprises, it doesn't work that
Of
way.
course.
They're getting faster and faster.
Yes.
So
Yeah, but you iterate and you get faster. But the first change, the innovations,
Yeah.
surely takes a bit
Yes.
longer, and it's totally fine. But yeah, that's the challenge. That have to be over that, look at the data, the details, and be on looking for the value for all the parties. I think that's how it was. How it was.
Right.
And well, at the end we have the results. I'm very happy to have this kind of vision for the network.
Great. Alan, Oliver, we are reaching our time slot here, so I just want to make sure I hand it back over to you guys for anything that we didn't hit on, anything that you want to make sure we shout out or just discuss before we wrap up for the day.
Yeah, another announcement. No, it's not a real announcement. We are going for a community event in Berlin beginning next year, somewhere planned between the 5th and 7th of January, together with Metapool and together with NEAR. So
Awesome.
I hope that will be also a nice one for the people of the community to go for.
We'll be there. Awesome, guys. Oliver, Alan, thank you so much. It's been a great talk. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Redacted conference, and we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.